I just finished editing this episode and I felt the need based on the way I stated everything this episode to make something real fucking clear. When I'm talking about unity and unifying, and I'm talking about black people. And if you a colored person, but some of y'all motherfuckers be acting kind of funny. I am talking about black people uniting. I'm not talking about I'm not saying black people need to start integrating with white people. We've been doing that and it ain't been working. I'm saying black people need to unite. Black people need a community. Black people need to get along. Even colored people if you want to go that far. But I am not talking about white people. I ain't got nothing against y'all white people. I even know some cool white people, a couple of y'all. But for the most part, I ain't talking about y'all white people. I'm talking about what colored people need to do with other colored folk. If that ain't you, then I ain't talking to you. And it's white bitches wearing makeup to look black. So I'm not talking to you bitches either. Word. This whole... So I don't know what's worse. The prisoners putting out fires in California for $2 an hour. Pretty much slavery. Non-violent offenders. Yeah, they get some time shaved off, but they might die in the process. I didn't know prisoners signed up to die the way cops or the military sign up to die, possibly die. Jemel Roberson, security guard, 26 years old. It's a fight in a bar. Takes the dude down, apprehends him. I don't even know the exact fucking story. I just know enough of the gist to know it's fucked up. This man should be alive. This man was playing, I don't know if he was playing instruments at the church, drums, you know what I mean, guitar, keyboard, some shit. Let me pull up what I can about this man, cause this is tragic. Manny's Blue Bar, somewhere in Chicago. And so this is the craziest part of the story to me. Besides the fact that he was an armed security guard that was black and got killed for having a gun on him. This is the craziest part to me. The craziest part of the story to me is that one of the church people that knew him, her name was Reverend Patricia Hill. She says that Jemel was currently training to become a police officer. So this dude was trying to get a job being a police officer and got murdered by the local police, probably the same police force that he was gonna apply for. This is one reason why I see a lot of people find it hard to be police and be black. And I'm not even gonna lie. Until you are that policeman, or even if say he could have been police, and if he was police but like plain clothes and they didn't know, they probably would have still shot him up the same way. I'm trying to tell you something. If police can kill a person who has a right to carry just because they're black and they're petrified, scared, we have to start realizing the fact that you are black. You might as well have a gun even when you don't. I don't know what's going on through each individual's head. I know some of it is racism. I know some of it is fear. I know some of it is anger. I know some of it is stress, confusion. I know it's a mix of all the above for a lot of people. Look, man, this is martial law, B. And if it ain't martial law, I saw this movie the other day that gave a nice preview of what it will look like. That's Chicago. They did it in Bushwick. The movie is called Bushwick. Chicago will go into martial law if shit like this happens. It's just like with the gun control. You see, okay, so look, that whole Thousand Oaks shooting thing happened. I said Thousand Oaks fire earlier, I think. That whole Thousand Oaks shooting thing happened. And people saying, oh, we want gun control. But you can't have gun control without having gun violence. Ain't nothing to control if. I mean, I guess you could have gun control without violence. You can control something without it being violent. But chances are, what is there to control if it ain't violent? I really don't know. Because guns ain't killing people, people killing people. It's not getting messed up. If Chicago starts martial law, this is what it looks like. Very subtle. We're not gonna have it announced over a loudspeaker. Like they said, the revolution will not be televised. When the last thing the media is gonna do is tell you that shifting government and state of life is gonna change publicly through the media that they control. I feel like the purge begun. I feel like it's subtle. We need immediate, actionable solutions for getting people in our communities. Everyone in your local community, it don't matter where you live, you got, if you understand the urgency of what's taking place, you have to take it upon yourself to unite and at least create community in the surrounding area. You have to create community. I don't think we have time to worry about creating global organizations and all that, because we can't even get that without having the local surroundings. So we just need to worry about people in our neighborhood. I wouldn't even look beyond your city or your town. Get your city or your town in solidarity. Everyone gotta get their city or town in solidarity. That's the first step. Everyone. Don't worry about your state. Don't worry about your region. Get your city, your town, solidarity. If you colored. Look, and we gotta put all this other shit aside. Like, in many crossover ways, it's still a race battle too. It's not really a race battle. It's not black versus white per se, but it is a rich versus poor thing. And most of the poor, disenfranchised, as a result of systemic oppression, are black or colored folks. So for that reason, there's some race implications, because money has been the tool to oppress. Money and violence. Get solidarity in your city and your towns. Get solidarity with your neighbors. Meet your neighbors. Get together with your neighbors. Have genuine connections. I'm not saying let people in your life, but we gotta look. We about to go extinct, B. This shit is not set for us to win. And when people start, and see, the thing is, I'm saying get solidarity. That's the first step. We could do that. That's such a huge step that taking any next steps would be a lot easier. Trying to make a more organized unit would be a lot easier. But until we even get that, it's not going to be easy to do anything big. But if you're watching this, and you seeing this black man being murked for doing his job, protecting the patrons of the restaurant, the bar, whatever, that paid to go there, that ain't disturbing the peace, that ain't causing no violence, that ain't starting no shootings. He apprehended a dude that did the wrong shit, and now this man's dead. Does this cop get off? And it doesn't fucking matter. We need to stop. See, this shit, all this shit with we need justice. I'm not saying this young man doesn't deserve justice. He deserves justice. But 20% of our energy should be focused on getting him justice. and I'm sure his family will do that. And we as a community can do that too. But that other 80% needs to prevent this shit from ever happening. And the only way we do that is we start uniting. And how do you unite? It's in the word community. 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 We gotta unite. It's serious fucking times. It's so crazy because if you don't feel like it's this urgent, I know you desensitized. I know you mentally conditioned to think this is normal. The worst part, in my opinion, is that I have to say this over social media because without any kind of clandestine kind of shit, there's only so much organizing we can do. Even this is kind of radical what I'm doing here. Who knows? Look, they killed them Ferguson protesters. What if they start picking out people like, oh, who's this More Sense dude on YouTube? And he's out here telling black people to unite in their local cities and towns. And he's saying that, they need to unite because they're economically disenfranchised and systemically oppressed. And he's saying that a purge against black people has begun because black people keep getting murdered innocently and white people get away with it. Even when white people murder black officers, they don't even show the white shooter. They show the black cop that died. But they'll try to hide in almost every news article except for ABC. In the case of, this is a different instance, Fred Hopkins, who killed that black officer, Terrence Crawley or whatever. God forgive me because the man died. I don't remember what his name was. The black officer in Florence, South Carolina. Seven cops got shot. Only one fucking website I could find that white boy face. When you don't nip shit in the bud, I may have not said it this way, and I know AO's probably said shit like this too, but it's a common saying, and it's because it's the fucking truth. Look, when you don't nip shit in the bud, shit gets out of control. You got weeds growing out everywhere. You got Jumanji hopping around everywhere. You feel me? You got Brooklyn Zoo hopping out everywhere. You dig what I'm saying? Bronx Zoo. Or Brooklyn Zoo. You know what I mean? You got a lot of crazy shit. Right now, we are on the precipice of that drop right before the roller coaster just plummets. If we do not take proper, appropriate action to empower ourselves and defend ourselves at the same time, we will be exterminated. There's a conscious effort to exterminate. I don't know if it's just black people or black and colored people, but I feel like they're trying to breed black people out. Because colored people, don't get me wrong, y'all still got black in you, but it's all about purity. Look at these white people. I promise you, it's all about purity. They love being considered the most pure white, and they hate the most pure black. So the more in between, the less threatened they are by you. And when you look at the way this world operates, if you were any race, say you were just even black or mulatto, a mixed white black person, if you want to call them that. Let's say you are just a mixed black and white person. If you have fair enough skin, yes, you're going to have black features. You're still going to evidently be black and be mixed. But it's less threatening to them, I promise you. And just because it is, it makes a big difference. Purity is why black people who mix with other races Now, I don't know what white people are thinking, but I feel like some encourage interracial marrying because they see it as a way of diluting the black race, and then others are threatened by it because they see it as a way of diluting the white race. Which one is it? When an interracial couple because from what I could tell, I have a friend. She's half black, half white. She has an ex-boyfriend, her baby father. He's black, but you could tell from generations that somewhere along the line they had some white in them. He's the lighter skinned black guy, but his direct parents are black. They had a baby. The baby still has some light features because of the mother and the dad, but more so the mother. But it's kind of crazy because, like, that kid's more black than the mom is. And the mom's half black, half white. So we gotta pay attention to what's really going on. My purpose here is to keep us from the distractions. I don't know if I'm doing a great job. I beat myself up over it, but it's the only thing that I know needs to be done, and I hope can be done. I'm not saying anything that people don't know. That's not what it is. I'm putting my face out here because I want people to know it's worth it. I want people to know how severe times are. And I mean, if you know me, it helps a little bit more. Like, if you really know me, you know it helps a little bit more because you know I'm not this kind of person. I'm not the kind of person. I don't even like being on camera, B. Yo, my last episode was October 28th. I thought about doing the Thousand Oaks shooting. I thought about talking about AR Ave and getting him indicting himself on Instagram or YouTube or whatever. Getting himself indicted through Vlad TV. I thought about talking about a few other things. There were a number of different things that took place in the last 2 weeks. And I just struggle to really think of anything to talk about. I'm really not this person. It's crazy right now. You need to understand how crazy it really is. It's very crazy. Very, very real. Is I hope we do what we have to do with the time that we have left. We do the right thing, and that we do it the right way. And that right there is asking for a lot. And I guess it starts with us all getting our mind right. So let's work on ourselves. Be better. Be disciplined. That's I'm saying what I'm saying more for me than I'm saying it for you. But it's real severe times where we gotta focus and really, like, if all you do is go to work, go on, like, okay, if all you do is spend time with your family, positive thing. But if all you do is spend time with your family, with your friends, maybe your coworkers, go to work, save up money, get your education. If you care about your race, even that's not enough. Gotta do more. Do more. Do more, do better. We gotta do things to serve other people. Just going to school, getting your education ain't enough. Getting your money ain't enough. Working ain't enough. Taking care of your family and your friends ain't enough. We gotta start reaching out to the extended family. We gotta start reaching out to the extended brothers, the extended sisters in the community. We gotta come build unity. It's game time. These white boys coming to kill. I'm gonna leave you on this note. After them Jewish people got shot up, what did you see them Jewish dudes who survived the shooting in the Jewish church in the synagogue? What did they start doing after they got shot up? What's the first thing they started doing? And tell me why they started doing it. And I'll tell you why. Because they already have community. More sense.
Yo, yo, yo.